Hi guys, so here as we promised is our rough guide to Sharm El Sheikh.
So first thing we're going to cover is the money. Money here they use the Egyptian lira, which is like these ones.
Pounds if you're English.
Yes, Egyptian pounds. And so you can have a rough idea, 20 Egyptian pounds is €1.
Approximately.
Approximately €1. ATMs there are quite often. You can find them easily around everywhere, but the only problem is that they do not take the €50 note. You need to have 20 and below, so that you can put them in the machine and it gives them to you in Egyptian pound. The rate, the exchange rate is just as much as the bank. Normal banks.
It's minimal difference.
Yes, or else you can go to one of the main towns like the old city or Nama Bay, where you can find exchange banks and you can give them the money and they will give you the money back. Always make sure that you check your money, the money that is given before you leave the establishment, or else you won't be able to correct the mistake.
Yes. So next topic is transport. Now, you can choose to drive over here if you wish. If you've never driven over here, though, probably would advise against it. So obviously the next mode of transportation is going to be a taxi. Now, biggest expense you're going to have regarding transport is going to be the taxi service from the airport to your accommodation. So just to give you an idea, we paid approximately €25. We knew it was above price, but we did land early hours of the morning, so we were tired and went, okay, no problem. We were expecting it, to be honest. But as for actually traveling around Sharm El Sheikh, it's not expensive. If you get it from your hotel, you're paying approximately 50 Egyptian pounds. I don't think it deviated much at all, to be fair, from that price.
We didn't exceed
We
100
didn't, no.
Egyptian pounds. We
No.
didn't exceed that.
But coming back from your destination to your place of residence, it does tend to cost a little bit more. It can go up to, like we said, 100 Egyptian pounds. But again, it's still pittance. It's what, €5, I think, roughly, approximately €5. So it's not too bad, to be honest.
Next one is the food. Food here you find everything. There is a vast choice of food if you go to Nama Bay, like we were last night, and there are also the big names like McDonald's, Hard Rock, KFC, Pizza Hut, and they all serve the same food as we're used to in our country, but pork. Pork is not served here. There are also the local restaurants, which we have been, and we took you with us, where you can eat traditional food. They will also help you to choose the food, and they will guide you, because we were going to order different plates, but they guided us on how to order, and it was the really good order. But we found out that most of the restaurants, they do not serve alcohol. You can take your own alcohol in the establishment, but they will not serve you alcohol.
Just
But
not
that is
not
up to
sure of a corking fee. I don't think there's a corking fee, to be honest.
I
but
don't think so.
Just to
either.
advise you, we didn't try, so we don't know.
No. Just to have a rough idea, we did have a KFC. We had two normal meals, a zinger meal, and I had some pieces of chicken with coleslaw and two drinks, and that cost us approximately €7 for both of us. So the prices are really. When we went to have a traditional meal, and we had like a starter, and we had two beef dishes which were really nice. We also had soft drinks and water, and that cost us approximately €21 for both of us. That way you can sort of like have an idea of the rough prices. However, yesterday we did choose to go and eat in quite a high-end restaurant which is called in Nama Bay's New Panorama. With the, obviously, when you go to a place like that, it has the highest place in Nama Bay, so you actually pay for the view
more.
as well. There were free shows. We did eat a steak, which was served to us with chips and rice and vegetables. We were brought a starter, which was a salad with different dips, but they do offer it to you, but it is included in the bill. So please be careful and be aware that everything that is being put on the table, you're going to pay for. So if you don't feel you don't want it, do not be taken back by saying no, thank you, I do not want that, because then you expect the price to be one, and then it would be more than what you would have expected. So eating in this high-end restaurant, we drank juices. We had like 3 juices. We had 2 bottles of water. We had steak and we had a starter. That was approximately 69 euros, something like that, which is very, very expensive compared to what we were saying before. Without alcohol, obviously, because we did not have alcohol. Also, tips are expected, but not forced. If you feel you didn't get the right service and you don't feel like you want to tip, then you have right not to tip. Obviously, we do always tip. We don't always tip the same. We tip regarding the service that was given to us. Whether they are happy or not, we do always show respect by a tip, but it depends on the service. So that's up to you.
And up next we have bars and clubs. This is a tricky one.
Indeed.
So usually for people that like clubbing and so forth, club life doesn't really start here till approximately 9-10 o'clock it starts, I think.
There are clubs that open at 11.
For example, yes, there's Pasha over here. Pasha doesn't open until 11, I believe, at the moment. But that does come with a ticket price of 230 Egyptian pounds per person. It does include, I think it was 2 drinks, I believe, that were included within that. And then obviously you'll pay club prices for the drinks, which are going to cost you approximately 140 to possibly 200 Egyptian pounds. So again, higher end. So the bars here, there's not really any bars per se, not like what you would class as a bar. They have like these go-go bars where they dance off each other, and you can order drinks, but again you have to be careful, but that'll be covered in the next section. So yeah, I mean, you can drink alcohol, but just bear in mind over here alcohol is permissible, but if you get drunk it can lead you to get problems. So if you're one of these people that can't drink pretty much, try not to drink too much. It's fine to drink, but just be careful. But that's about it for clubs and bars. Just be aware that you have the high-end ticket prices, and the drinks inside will be exorbitant compared to what you're paying normally.
Next one is shopping. Shopping is in regards as a needs. Egypt, Sharm El Sheikh is a very touristy area. It is very, very hot. So you do find the normal Nivea sun creams, you do find after sun, you do find sun clothes, and the UV tops that you wear. Basically, you will find everything at a bit of a different price, but mostly are still for what we're used to, it is very cheap.
Very affordable.
Very affordable, like the sun cream and the sunblock factor 50 would be around 150 Egyptian pounds. Regarding as to shampoos and shower gels, my suggestion is that when you come here, especially if you're traveling at night time, you always bring a small one with you, because first of all, right now, depending on the situation how it is, the hotels have been closed for a while, so you don't know what kind of soap they use in the machines in the shower, and you really don't want to have a shower and have an allergic reaction in this heat, so it's better to carry one with you. So then you can check whether they actually sell the product that you are used to. From what we saw, they do sell palm olive, they do sell Dove. So the things that are
top end brands, they
yes,
seem
the
to
top
be,
end
they
brands
sell
are
quite
sold
happily.
here. So they also in establishments, hotels like these ones, which is all around Sharm El Sheikh, they also have their own gift shop. You can buy gifts if you want to shop without hassle. You can just go pick up some items. You can buy shampoo, you can buy beer, you can buy snacks, just like we have been doing, and you find everything in just one area. So don't you worry if you forget your sunblock, which you are going to need very, very, very much,
Yes.
or your hat, which you will need also very, very, very much. So because you will find everything here, you will be covered.
So my favorite topic. Not so much hers. We're going to talk a little bit about scams. Now, every country has scams. Doesn't matter what country you go to, whether it be Europe or out of Europe. You're going to have a scam in some shape, way or form, and you're going to experience it one day within your travels. So here are some that we know exist here. First and foremost, one, when you're in a taxi and you're paying that cheaper price from your accommodation to one of the central destinations, they are going to drop you off to a friend of theirs that will call them when you need to leave to come back to your accommodation. Now this friend, I love doing this, sorry, will then get you to go into the shop. He'll make everything sound nice and wonderful, and to be fair, again, prices are not very expensive here. We had an issue, didn't we, where we went in. We knew it was coming, just to bear in mind, we knew it was coming because we've been through this before, but we let it play out to see how it was going to go. And yes, the prices were fantastic. We were going to get a couple of tops. I was going to buy one of those little hatty things. We were even going to buy some nice oil and perfumes. And to be fair, make sure you check out the oils and perfumes because they're really nice. And we settled on a couple of items, and we said to the gentleman, or rather he said to us, no problem, you can leave them here and you can pay when you're leaving Sharm El Sheikh. It's not Sharm El Sheikh, we're in the old city. Sorry, apologies. And basically, then this is when the fun part happens. He says, oh, but you have it with you? No, we don't have it with us. We did have it with us, but it's not the point. We knew what was coming.
We didn't want to buy really because we were just hungry.
Yeah, we were very hungry that day.
Yes.
So then they'll get their friend of a friend to help you find an ATM.
Now be careful there.
This is where you know you have to be very, very, very careful. First and foremost over here, you never go to an ATM that you're going to have someone watch over you, because all they're interested in is seeing how many zeros are in your account. 2, you're not guaranteed any safety in regards to when you're withdrawing that money goes into your hand. So just be mindful. Anyway, then they give you a sob story. They have a baby, or they have a sick aunt or an uncle or a relative.
That's where you have to start practicing.
So this is when you really know that basically you're paying 1 over and above the price. 2, they're just demanding the money from you. So first and foremost advice, when you get dropped off from your taxi, thank you very much. You be polite to the person that they dropped you off. Thank you, we're going down here. And you just walk. They will question and ask you some questions on your way down, but you just carry on walking. Do not stop, just carry on walking. Unless you want to go and physically have a look. But just as we said, be advised that's what's going to happen. Second scam we came across over here. It's not so much a scam, it's just sneaky. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. So this one we actually did drop into, but again,
not as much as they wanted us.
Not as much as they wanted us to. So basically, you'll see these Bedouin bars. They play live music, and you see everybody dancing, and it's a lot of fun, to be fair. But what they don't tell you is that when you've bought your drinks, which bear in mind we only actually drank 3 shandies and 1 beer, which couldn't be found on the price list, bear in mind. We asked for the bill. Our bill came to a total of 1,000 Egyptian pounds, which equates to
52 euros.
50, 60 euros.
That is 3 shandies and one
That's
beer.
3 shandies and 1 beer only. So when you go to these places, you're paying for the show that you see, but they don't inform you this. But this is where we made the mistake, to be fair.
Yes.
But just so you don't make the same one. Drinks prices are usually fixed at around 140, 145, and all the way up to 200, I believe, one of the drinks prices. But bear in mind, we took things that were not on the menu. So basically they could just say, right, I'm going to set the price for you.
That is what was our mistake.
But that was our mistake on that regard. But then what they do is they'll put water on your table. You get charged for that. Even though you didn't ask for it, you get charged for it. Then you have the locals coming in with the photographers, tour guides.
Everywhere
You go. You get this everywhere. If you really want the photo, get it. By all means. If you don't have a way to do it, get it. By all means. But likelihood is you're probably going to take a better one with your mobile. But if you're with a group, you got that covered. But if you're on your own, okay, I kind of understand. But yeah, those are the 2 main big scams over here. Is that they will give you starters that they'll charge you for, even if you didn't ask for it. Water they'll put on because everybody's drinking water, so they're going to put water on your table, so you get charged extra for that. Taxi drop-offs, and there's always some hidden costs with something when you're ordering.
Like taxes, which is never the same in any
Yeah,
country.
taxes. There is, I think it's
Supposedly.
it's a very low amount. I'll leave a link here to the current tax rate here in Egypt, but it's not very high. But
No,
then
it's not
it
very
fluctuates between place to place to place.
Some of the clubs and some of the restaurants also take it upon themselves to list in the bill the tips.
Yeah.
Just know you can refuse to pay if you deem it's not right.
But to be fair, service over here is usually very, very impeccable, to be honest.
Yes, that's very true. But still, if you think that the price is too high, you just say, I want to tip less than that. In our case, yesterday we decided not to pay for anything else but our drinks, which were still very expensive, because we don't even pay that much in our country where we drink. We got it down to 30 euros, which was still very expensive.
But it seemed that when we were there was another family, a larger family actually, that probably drank more. They were only drinking soft drinks.
They weren't drinking.
And again, they seem to have the same problem. So it seems to be quite a common thing over here. But again, they're trying to make money. We understand that. So they do hide some extra costs in that you don't necessarily go.
Exactly, and that is allowable for them to try to make money.
Yes, of course.
But always remember, it is not right for them to take money from you. Last thing we would
hiding costs is not.
Last thing we would like to mention is always agree about a price before getting into a taxi, because then if he asks you how much you ask you, then you can't contest it because you didn't.
We had another one like that last night.
Yes.
But, and also bear in mind here, it's very, very good because you have the tourist police. So should you run into problems, just know that there are tourist police available should you need.
Also, what is good to mention is there is an app called XE that is a money exchange which is updated all the time, and you can also use it without internet. So if you are somewhere and you don't have Wi-Fi or your data on your phone, you can still use it to check the correct amount of money that you are exchanging or that you are paying for. Next one is clothing. Here is as we said, it's a very tourist area, so sleeveless and tops that are a bit low cut like this are very tolerable. In our regards, we didn't meet any problems wearing dresses and shorts. He wears shorts, not I didn't wear shorts. But it's always advisable to keep a shawl with you because there are a lot of beautiful mosques here. So if you want to go and have a look inside, it is advisable to cover your shoulders and your knees with a scarf or with a trousers. And we always took care of having a scarf, and men advisable is to wear under the knee shorts and t-shirts, which is quite normal clothing. Around the pool and on beaches, everyone is wearing normal bikinis, normal swimsuits.
Not tanga, but
We've seen a couple
much
as well,
tanga though.
but not advisable.
No.
But one has to bear in mind that this is a Muslim country, and we have to respect also the culture that the country. Always, we are the guest. But in this area, as in dresses, as in shorts, we've seen ladies in shorts, we've seen ladies in sleeveless, strapless, and everything like that. Just always have a scarf at hand with you. So if you're going into a place of worship, you always cover yourself.
Or even if you're just stopping, sorry, I'm going to butt in. There's a place in Old Market. There's a beautiful mosque. Really, 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 really beautiful. It's definitely a photo up for all you Instagrammers out there. But again, women, do not even attempt to step on the steps unless you have got your shoulders covered, because they will not be happy with you.
No. Also, if you see people praying, do not just butt in.
No.
Always ask permission whether it's allowed to enter, so you won't disturb the people that are praying, because here they take their religion very, very seriously. Even if you are shopping around, if you are eating in a restaurant, if anywhere, as soon as the prayer goes off, everything
Silence.
is like an abandoned city. Everything is silent. So please, if you are doing shopping and there is prayer going on, do not go and ask the person to serve you, or call for the waiter, or call for the bill. Just give them their time. I promise you it won't take. I promise you it won't take long, and just give them their time.
So next up we have accommodations. Now you really spoiled for choice for accommodation over here. From 5-star down to, I think there's 3-star. I don't think there is any 2 or 1 stars here. Like 3 stars, I think is the lowest you can go.
Yes.
We decided to pick one that was like quite central to like some of the main touristy areas. They're very modern, they're very well kept. The grass is really green, by the way. Just I can't get over how green that grass is out there. Services are dependent on what you choose. You can go full board, half board, or bed and breakfast per se. Rooms are always usually quite spacious, again dependent on your budget, but it's not very expensive. How much do we pay here for basically 1 week?
We paid 108 euros, and that was included, and then they will happily continue to serve you. Including breakfast.
Yeah.
Also, they will also provide water daily, 2 big bottles of water daily, housekeeping dailies. They will also give you pool towels, and they also provide shuttles. The shuttle you need to book before. They also provide.
Yeah, the shuttles book up quite quickly. Like our one, for example, they have 2 beaches that are their own. So one is a coral beach. It's going to sound stupid, but obviously that's where the corals are. And then they have a sandy beach. They are private beaches, so not anybody can just walk in on them. You have to be somebody that's living in the accommodations that they have. And most of the hotels are like that over here, to be honest. They have their own private areas and private lands. So you can easily spend a day by the pool, or you can go to one of their private beaches. And then in the night time you can go to one of the local areas to explore around there before going into any of the other tours and stuff, which my lovely lady will explain a little bit now.
Also, it is advisable, if you do stay in all exclusive in your hotel of your choice, to also read the reviews, because from our review we didn't even consider staying in all-inclusive because we like to explore, but those of you who want a total relaxing evening, do your research, because most of the hotels say their review was a bit negative because they serve the same items of food in the all-inclusive for every day. It
have
is
like
a buffet.
5 or 6 different types of style of food.
Yes, it is a buffet. It is, you will be served, but then the food is always the same, so check on that.
But we never stay fully board.
In regards of the breakfast, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Every morning, the same thing. We have sausages. They're either chicken or beef, but then you have the cereals, then you have the omelets. Basically, it's always the same. It's your choice whether to eat the same food or try different areas. So
But it's good to have a good breakfast first thing in the morning.
yes, very, very good. So, next one is the tours. Tours are really, really amazing here. You can go explore beaches, you can go explore temples, you can go to the national park. There is also an island which is White Island, but unfortunately the White Island tours is very, very limited and we couldn't find one. There is also the quads that you can do in the
If
desert.
you're in extreme sports, not extreme sports, but if you like having like adrenaline.
Yes. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to try it there. But do your research, or so we'll do it for you. We're going to leave a link below of this gentleman that helped us book our tours, which you have
He's
seen
phenomenal.
in the videos. One which was the evening boat with the dinner included and drinks included, but no alcohol, and the other one was of Ras Mohammed, which is a national park.
That's a must for everybody, I think, that comes here.
They do have all the patience in stopping and taking pictures, to take pictures with the scenery and with the monuments.
Check out on Instagram.
They also provide the Ras Mohammed tour was in a van. The van is not over full. They pick different people from different hotels. They give you a time which you have to be on time.
You do have to be on time.
They won't wait, and they take you to all the different. An incredible tour guide is included with the package because he knew exactly all the history, and he also took time to go and snorkel with some of the guests that weren't so confident in swimming. All that tour, including the drinks, the pickup and the drop-off, and we stopped in 5 different locations plus
That was the Ras Mohammed one, yeah?
Yes, the Ras Mohammed cost us only 20 euros each. Also, the one on the boat, it was exceptionally worth it.
Well, I felt sorry for the poor pigeon.
The one on the boat, we had entertainment, we had a nice meal, we had drinks all the time. Again, no alcohol, but drinks.
There are
were
extras,
served.
there are some extras, but that's your choice. Nobody forces it on your tour.
We had fruit, we had cake, we had absolutely everything, plus the live music, the belly dancer, the magician, the live music with the DJ as well, and everyone was dancing. That was really, really incredibly fun, and that also cost us 20 euros per person.
And free dolphins.
Yes, and we got to see the dolphins
If you're lucky.
as well. So please use your first day to look around. We have met this gentleman while we were in Coral Beach, and these people go around the hotels, offering tours to people.
But we
to
can
tourists.
validate he's genuine, he's very
Yes,
good.
and the price is good for what they are offering, because we did come across the same tours which were very,
4
very
times the
expensive.
price.
You have to watch out for the pound sign. Because it's a pound sign which makes you believe that it is an Egyptian pound sign, but then that would be the English pound.
pounds.
So you might think that it's 40 Egyptian pound when it's 40 sterling pounds, which is very, very expensive.
So
for
just
the
be
same
mindful
tour.
of those things, yeah.
Exactly. Also, they will come in the hotel to offer you hair done and facials.
Even
and
a tattoo guy
massages.
who's awesome.
And massages, and be aware and do not just accept the first tour that they will offer you. Just look around, decide what you want to do. If you want a camel ride, if you want to go on the quads. I cannot give you the right information regarding the quads because we didn't have the time to do it. I am not sure whether you will need a license or not.
It's 3 hours, isn't it? It's 3 hours running around, well, not running, zipping around in the desert.
That also costs 20 euros, but I am not sure whether you will need a license to use the quad bikes or not, because we didn't use them. what is for sure that we got to know that you don't need a diving license to go diving on one of the excursions that they offer, because there is incredible fish life here.
But they don't take you below 10 meters. That's why you don't need the license.
Yes, but even though you don't have a license, you have a person that goes down with you, that
Yes.
guides you, that stays with you, and if you're comfortable doing that, you can. I'm not, and I'm not comfortable for him doing it either, because for me, if you need a license, you must have it before you do something like that.
That's coming in a future video.
So I stick to what I know. If you should do it, you can do it, then do it. If you don't, you don't. So let's stick to that. But when you get offered tours,
There are
look
fun
around.
tours,
Look
yes.
around or not. Just contact this guy on the WhatsApp here, and he can get you all the tours that you need.
Don't forget to tell him we sent you.
Yes.
And no, we don't get any kickbacks, by the
No.
way. We just promote genuine people. So, last topic is safety. But we're going to talk about this one in regards to COVID at the moment, because obviously at the moment things are very stringent on how you enter a country. So here, for you to enter, you have to have a full PCR, not a rapid. You have to have your full vaccine certificate. You have to be fully vaccinated, not half vaccinated. And then also you will need your visa. Now there's two ways you can get your visa. So once you've done your checks with the COVID compliancy, you then go to the immigration. Now you can either do like us, which was get a visa online. It is more expensive. We paid 89 euros for our e-visas, so 89.89. Or you can get visa on arrival. If you're coming at night, you'll probably be able to just get visa on arrival, no queues, just go straight up to the desk. They give you a stamp, give you some money, and thank you very much, bye. But with everything that's going on in the world, we thought, well, we're not going to risk anything. We're just going to do the e-visas, make sure we get everything kosher before we go. We have the confirmation of the e-visa, then we travel through immigration. It's a little bit longer with the e-visas, or if you've never been to, if you're a non-Egyptian national, it's a little bit longer because they have to check you on the database, then they have to take your photo, and then you have to do the handy swipe thing left to right. That's fun. Watching her do it was hilarious.
2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning. So then you go into, after you get all that done, and they say thank you, welcome to Egypt, and then they go approved, hopefully, unless you've done anything naughty. You go through to the security check area. No, you get baggage reclaim. So then you get your baggages, you get them off. Ours were looking very lonely on the little belt, weren't they, Yasna? Because, as I said, it took a little bit longer to get through.
First time in our travel life that we didn't have to wait on our luggage.
Yeah, I was really surprised, actually. Then once you get your baggage, you then go to the security checkpoint, and they will scan your bags, every last one. Don't need to panic like I did. Because you hear a lot of horror stories. This is why we're doing this video. So basically, if you're carrying any camera equipment with you, as long as you're not bringing 50,000 lenses, like extra long zoom lenses, and you're only carrying maybe one prime and maybe one zoom, you should be absolutely fine. You're not going OTT with what you're bringing with you, you shouldn't have any issues. Basically, they'll just put it through the scanner, put your other bag, and you put your carry-on, any other metals, and that's it. They scan
Let it pass.
Yeah.
If they say go, go.
Don't do like me. You know, there's a camera in there. The camera's alright.
Did you see the camera? That was so funny.
But if you actually Google it, this is why you should never listen to Google, because if you Google it, you'll see all these horror stories. But it's common sense. If you're going there with a bucket ton of equipment, obviously they're going to stop you, because here you have to have a license if you're a professional. If, like us, we have our own media company, but we're traveling exceptionally light, so you don't bring attention to yourself. You just pack what you need, bare minimum, and go.
bear in mind that drone is a no-go
Yes,
in Egypt.
no drones whatsoever. If you come in with any type of drone, irrespective of whether you've declared it or not, they will take it from you at the airport. And you just either hope that they let you pick it up at the end of your journey, or hope that they let you send it back to your country. But so be forewarned, do not bring any type of drone into this country because it is a big no-no. As for regard of walking around the streets, you will see a heavy police presence in a lot of the touristy towns. It's quite normal. There's two types of police, or three types I believe. There's the tourist police, there's the normal police, and then you have like the special police, because they're all plain clothes.
But they're all armed.
But they're all armed, so just bear that in mind if you're somebody that doesn't like guns. And then you have obviously the military. First and foremost, do not take any photos, video of any military installation or any military or police personnel unless they explicitly tell you it's okay. Don't try and do a cheeky sneaky, because they won't like that.
No.
If they catch it out of the eye, catch it from their eye, you're in deep trouble. Basically, be respectful to them, but all in all, they're there to help you as much as they can. Never had an issue. We've always said hello to them. They've always said hello back. It's not a problem. Here, you can feel very, very, very safe. All the streets at night are fully lit. There's no dark patches from any of the roads. The roads here are all very, very, very straight. They're very well lit. So you do have that sense that you'll see if there's any problems. But there are police absolutely everywhere, so you don't need to worry. You will maybe get stopped once in a while. Just they'll check maybe your paperwork. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. It's a perfectly normal thing over here.
Yes, but it's always advisable to carry not your passport, just in case, but carry a photocopy of your passport, put it in a plastic folder and keep it with you at all times, because you will need it also if you're exchanging money, or if a policeman will stop you and he would want to identify who you are. You can. That is perfectly acceptable. A colored photocopy is perfectly acceptable. Where there was never a moment that we felt
no.
in dangerous areas or threatened or anything like that. It's always advisable, I'm going to say this for females and for males, that when you go out clubbing
on your own
and drinking,
is one thing.
You drink responsibly. There is no need to just pass out and not remember where you were the
Plus,
night
it's
before.
darn expensive to drink a lot in the clubs and the bars.
Yes. And also, it is safe enough, because when you leave the club, you are going to find a line of taxis waiting for you, and you don't have to walk in dodgy areas to find a taxi.
There's no excessive traffic in these areas because they block the roads. You are not permitted to go down them, so you haven't got to worry about getting smacked by a car.
No.
Even the taxis, they drive very slowly. Also here, something I really love, the roads here, they have these huge bumps in the roads, so they have to slow down really a lot.
Yes, also in the hotels where you're staying, they also have the habit of putting this on each guest that you have. So should need be, or you forget the name or the address to where you are going, where you are staying, you always have the address.
Works in both ways though, because if taxi driver says it and they just say, oh, you're going there, this is how much, and it's like, anyway, that's, as we just covered, that's scams and stuff.
Yes, things that you have to look out for.
Other points of security is that when you arrive at your hotel, you'll note the security, and there is a security at every single hotel entrance. Not the entrance of the hotel, the entrance of the driveway. As soon as you enter, they record that number of the taxi, so you know 100% things will all get traced. Even when you leave, they record the number of the taxi or the company you're going with, everything to the T. So again, you can feel very safe in regards that should there be an issue, they know who took you, they know where they took you, and they know where they brought you from, and they know who that driver was. So genuinely, in that regard, you have no problems whatsoever. I never felt, me personally, I've never felt any problems. I think as a solo woman traveller, just be mindful, be respectful. Don't put yourself in a situation where you feel that you're feeling vulnerable. Common sense. Stick to the congregated areas. Don't go down any dodgy back alleys. I mean, I haven't found any dodgy back alleys actually.
Not really,
but
not really, no.
again, common sense. Stay away from it. I know if a lot of things they say, come here, come follow me, come follow. If you're not comfortable, no. That's
If it feels bad, it's bad.
Exactly.
Push
Be
it
respectful and just go thank you very much, but no.
away. Yes.
That's
yes.
all.
Last honorable mentions. In Egypt, it seems like COVID never existed, but it's still best to carry 2 masks with you in your handbag, because there are restaurants that while you are working in will require you to wear a mask. So don't get caught without. Always carry hand sanitizer, and also carry a few masks in your bag that you can use. Also, do not be alarmed if the taxi drivers, they don't wear belts or they smoke in the car. This is the way they are. Accept it, because it's just their way of living, and we are a guest in their country. So please don't complain whether they don't wear their seatbelt. They are careful drivers. We have not even actually seen an accident, or me, I don't like cars driving fast. I have never experienced a driver that so be assured that you're going to be okay.
And to be fair, the
no need to
roads here
panic.
are like huge.
Yes, and we didn't even meet any traffic jams or something like that. The traffic moves good, moves slowly, and they are very, very careful. So don't worry about that. You will be okay. Last thing is the water. The water is very, very, very important, that you don't drink the tap water. It is not good, because it's.
We haven't learnt this lesson. We just knew.
Yeah, avoid having drinks with ice unless it's
Been
the
filtered,
water. Yes,
yeah.
been filtered, but you wouldn't know that. And avoid the bottled that are open.
Yeah,
Make
don't
sure-
accept any open bottles of water.
Make sure that you open them yourself. There are some water that taste a little bit different, but they are still good also, because they are well water, and that tastes different, but it's still good. It's still filtered. It won't do you any
Yep.
harm. Also, water is also served here, which is sparkling, which was what we prefer, and it is also found in shops and in hotels. So
Yep, fine, and it's cheap.
you're good. But don't accept any water in glasses or ice in drinks. Just make sure that, because they can make you really ill. As in pharmacies, just bring your basics.
There's loads of side note. There's loads of pharmacies here, so
Yes.
if you happen to forget something, believe me, you're not going to have trouble to find.
And pharmacy is written pharmacy in English, so you can recognize all the pharmacies. But obviously, if you have some kind of prescriptions that you need, always bring them with you.
Yeah, and also if you have a prescription drug, you have to bring a note from your doctor.
Which is common.
It's very important to
Yeah.
make sure so that basically you're legally allowed to have that drug, basically.
And that covers all the important points in Sharm El Sheikh. You are going to have an amazing holiday, and so you just need to book. Having said that, from next year we're going to start organizing excursions that we're going to do together. Expeditions, I'm sorry. We're going to have expeditions done together. You can be from Malta, you can be from anywhere in the world. If you want to join us, you can just let us know by contacting us through Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. You can find all our pages below, and just let us know if you are interested. We will send you all the information. We will meet in Egypt, in Sharm El Sheikh, at the airport, and we will have everything organized for you.
But if you can do it yourself,
Do it yourself also.
Do it yourself also.
Here's your guide.
because this is all you're going to need to know.
Yes. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. It's not as bad as it's pictured,
No.
because we came here really, really worried, only to come out of the airport and we were like, what?
Yeah, I was
What?
genuinely, I was like, I hope the God's having a good day. I hope the God's having a good day. I hope the God's having a good day. I hope the God's having... All
But it's
the
not
way
the
here.
case. Really, it's not the
It's
case.
fine.
But one last thing also. mosquitoes. There are a lot of mosquitoes, so if you are prone to mosquitoes, just get one small spray where you can put some on your ankles and some on your elbows, or on your shoulders, and I will promise you they keep away. See?
Haven't had
No
any.
bites. So remember that mosquito spray. Anyhow,
And watch out for the crows. They're huge.
you scream really bad. I hope you find this useful. I hope if you are coming to Sharm El Sheikh, you will enjoy a great
And
holiday.
if you've used this and you're coming to Sharm El Sheikh, let us know.
Yes, comment below. Let us know
Did we
what
miss
we
anything?
might
I don't think we missed anything, but
we might have, but let us know if we missed anything, because we will surely be planning in coming again here for sure. Thank you guys for joining us. See you again next time.